Hello everyone, it is Esther here and welcome back to my channel. So this will be the first official video in my A24 review series, and basically this series is just going to be me watching every single movie that was produced by the company A24. It is a sort of indie production company that has created such gems as The Lobster, one of my favourites, The Florida Project, Lady Bird, American Honey. It's a company that takes on some really talented and interesting directors, and I have seen, honestly, I thought that I had seen loads of them, but my list is immense. There are so many to watch, and now that I think about it, it's probably a stupid idea, but I don't really care because I'm trying to watch as many films as possible this year, so that is why I have challenged myself with watching every A24 movie that there is. So today I'm going to kick it off with one of the first films that they ever made, Spring Breakers, and I only watched this because it was on Netflix, to be fair. So, Spring Breakers stars Vanessa Hudgens, Selena Gomez, and others. And it was directed by Harmony Korine, or Corinne, or something like that. I don't know. If you've seen any of my videos, you know that I'm shit with names. Netflix describes Spring Breakers as: after four college girls rob a restaurant to fund their spring break in Florida, they get entangled with a weird dude with his own criminal agenda. And it's basically just these four girls. They're going to college. They want to go on spring break where they can just party every day, do every kind of drug there is, all while wearing just a bikini and possibly one of those burglar mask things. And essentially, it starts off with four girls. Two of them leave because they can't handle this weird lifestyle that they've adopted over spring break, and there are only two girls left by the end, and they end up sort of attaching themselves to this guy who calls himself Alien. He is played by, it is James Franco, and he has dreadlocks and grills, and oh my god, he looks so fucking ugly. I'm really sorry, but it's not a good look, James. He's got loads of guns, he lives in a mansion with a pool and a piano, and essentially it turns into like this gang war thing. Like, this guy, he's got his gang and he's against this other gang, and yeah, gang war. How fun does that sound? The two girls end up helping him for a little while before ultimately killing him and then killing every single person who were in the opposite gang. So yeah, it just turns into this weird thing, like it was just a spring break and then these girls end up killing everyone. This movie is kind of neutral for me. I didn't hate it because there were a few good scenes, but I also didn't love it as well because of things that I will mention in a second. So, the pros are: it is an interesting portrayal of what people do for money / a good time. I mean, at the start of the movie, they literally rob a restaurant and everyone in it so they have enough money to go on spring break. And two of the girls end up like not being able to handle it anymore. But I also think that this film kind of shows the power of women over men. And I don't mean this in like a I hate men, SJW sort of thing, but I was thinking of more how the girls managed to manipulate their way into this gang and bewitch this man before killing him. You know, I just think it shows the power of femininity and how sometimes certain types of men can be super weak and will literally just follow a pair of tits if they see them. The two scenes that I really enjoyed in this film were the piano scene, where they sing that Britney Spears song that I don't know the name of. It was very interesting. They were just in their burglar masks and bikinis and singing a Britney Spears song. Very odd. And also the last scene where they're killing everyone and it's all silent. They're shooting the people, and over the top of it, it's just this girl talking like on a voicemail to her mum or something about how great her spring break was and how she'll never forget it, and I actually think it's quite funny. Cons, however, are so big that they kind of prevent me from enjoying this movie too much. First of all, it's way too repetitive. Like, some scenes go on for way too long. Like, yeah, we get it, tits. Yeah, I get it, they're doing drugs, they're partying, whatever, I understand. Doesn't need to go on for too long. You know, they could have filled it with a bit more substance than there was. It was quite mediocre and forgettable, actually, apart from the two scenes that I mentioned a second ago. And the last thing is the fact that Spring Break and Spring Break Forever is mentioned so many times by Alien. It's so fucking annoying. I hate it. But yeah, in conclusion, I think it's an interesting story, just not a very good execution, you know? It's a bit all over the place, don't really understand it very much, but you know, it was alright. For an early A24 movie, it was pretty solid. I gave this movie a 7 out of 10 to begin with, but upon thinking about it, I have changed that score to a 6 out of 10 because it just really wasn't for me. It's not a terrible movie, just not my favourite. I will see you guys later. Goodbye.
Spring break, spring break forever.